What is up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and we are covering the top stories of the day. So I've got a lot of people who have been asking me over the last few weeks about recording gameplay on the PlayStation and Xbox. And so there are a lot of brand new rumors and reports coming up about the PlayStation 4 not allowing you to record gameplay from a external capture device. So I'm going to go through here, tell you what we know, what we don't know, and just hopefully set everything out there as clear as it stands right now. So the first thing is, of course, Sony and Microsoft both have built-in capture devices in the consoles themselves so they can record and capture gameplay and also upload it. There are some questions surrounding YouTube and PlayStation 4. Now, there was a late night showing by one of the Sony devs where he got up there and he mentioned just in passing that you could upload to YouTube and several other websites. So everybody's just assumed that you'll be able to upload to YouTube. But since then, Sony really hasn't said a whole lot about it, and so there are questions as to whether or not you'll be able to do that. But my belief is that, look, if Sony and PlayStation are working on building a huge social network, which they claim they are, then they're going to have YouTube on it. And so YouTube, from what I understand, isn't too hard to work with. So as long as, you know, you have some dev features and functionalities, it shouldn't be hard for them to set something up with YouTube in order to allow you to upload directly to that. Even if they don't, there's going to be ways to pull your gameplay off if you've been uploading it and streaming it to other sites, and then you can rip it and then upload it. But either way, I think in the end, you will be able to upload to YouTube. The other concern about the PlayStation 4 is the fact that, if you remember on the PlayStation 3, you cannot just plug in an HDMI capture device and start recording. You have to actually bypass the HDMI because it has HDCP built in, which is an encryption to keep you from recording Blu-ray movies and things like that. So what happens with the PlayStation 4? Because the PlayStation 4 doesn't have components, and components is how you actually bypassed it with the PlayStation 3. So with the PlayStation 4, it actually looks like right now it is up in the air whether or not they'll be able to bypass the HDCP. Now, it has been confirmed that they will bypass it on the Xbox One. Now, there are reports and anonymous sources, so take this with a grain of salt. I always take anonymous sources as a grain of salt. But they are saying that Sony did not expect Microsoft to enable that feature on the Xbox One. They really wanted to push their share feature and push out the content to the sites that they wanted to choose, is what this person is claiming. Now, the head of Sony was asked about this, and he said, quote, "We'd like to keep gamers happy and are considering every possibility regarding PS4's gameplay capture. We'll update you as soon as ready." So here's the thing. I really don't think this is going to be a problem. I think this is probably an easy fix where they could just push out a patch that says to the system to turn off this encryption whenever you're playing a game, and to only turn it on at other times. But as soon as the game starts, then you turn off this encryption. But even if they don't, there's different devices that you can purchase in order to bypass this. Again, you'll probably have to jump through some hoops. I know Hapog has come out on Facebook and mentioned that they had talked to Sony and Microsoft, and they were under the impression that their devices were going to work perfectly fine. So either way, I think in the end, PlayStation users are not going to have to worry about uploading to YouTube and also recording their gameplay. But it is going to be something that we'll definitely keep an eye on, and I'll update you as soon as we do know something. We're still a couple of months out, so there's plenty of time for an update to come through. So they are working on it, they claim, and hopefully they will fix it, because it is a pretty big deal for people who do YouTube. And the share functionality is going to work for very basic functions, but if you still want the top quality, you still want to see videos where people are putting in a lot of time and editing in different things, there's a lot that goes in to this, and you really do need a external game capture if you really want to do this and do it right. And a lot of the developers have come around to realize that YouTubers are free advertisement. They're free PR for them. So a lot of them have come to embrace YouTubers, and that's a good thing. And I think the same should be said for Microsoft and Sony if they're smart, because if people are tuning into YouTube, they're watching gameplay, you see on the screen what that person is playing on. Are they playing on an Xbox? Is it showing Xbox buttons on the screen? Or is it showing PC or PlayStation? So of course, you want to be watching videos that has your console on it, and it's also free advertisement for that console and that game. So stay tuned, post below, let me know what you think. Do you think YouTube and external game capture devices are going to be cleared on the PlayStation 4? If you agree with me, post below. If you disagree, I'd like to hear your reasoning for that. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. If you want the latest news and updates, stay tuned to VGN, videogamesnews.com. Also check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, all those links in the description box. Thanks for watching.